He like put it.
He taped his mouse pad with double-sided tape.
Ah, okay. There we go.
That's a good idea, actually.
We were completely off.
I don't know. I thought it was close. Maybe after game 2, if he goes down to the losers match. But we'll see. Going into game number 2 now, Deadwing is the map. Let's do it. Down here, bottom left, in the blue. Down a game from KT Rolster, he's life.
Up here in the top right, we got SKT soO. Up a game, playing just the standard Grady style that he knows, he loves, he wants to do. He might even do it on this map too. He does have the that one game sort of leeway to throw out whatever he wants.
Yeah. This time we're going to go cross spawn, so going to be a very long map. I would assume. I would assume to see, you know, some roads versus roads, a little bit of that later ZVZ. We've been missing that a little bit recently.
Yeah,
you know?
we actually haven't seen much of that recently. Yeah, just been a lot of Ling, Bane, all-in-ish sort of stuff.
No. It's weird how the meta kind of regresses. Players just going back to older styles that other players won't expect.
Yeah.
You know, and they just pull it out, and they take easy wins, especially in these mirror matches, and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah. Well,
you're not supposed to win like that.
They're not meant to. You know, like the roach style will always be the better style if you can get to there. But if you can't get to there, obviously,
yeah,
there you go. The builder will win. It's all about that. And once again, soO just going to be greedy life, going to be defensive, going for another 15 pool.
On Deadwing. Do you think this is too defensive at this point?
Man, well,
you think that he got scarred that much by Dark?
I think so. I think Casper Cup really hit home. He's like, well, you know what? I just can't lose like this. But I think for Deadwing, maybe it is just a little too much, just a little too defensive, because you do have a lot longer of a rush distance. You have a little bit more time to defend against everything, and it's a lot less likely soO will bust out a temple. And it is soO after all. He might not ever bust out a temple.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Life just, like you said, I think it just got into his head. He's got some like PTSD, you know what I mean? After that traumatic event, he just can't play correctly.
Totally
almost.
dramatic.
I mean, there's no way to call this like absolutely incorrect play, of course, but
no,
it's just very, very safe, and it might get him a little bit behind here in the early game.
Yeah,
kind of worried about that. Our boy Life.
Our boy Life. It doesn't put you too far behind. Like it'll put you a little bit behind, like on your second queen and like your.
It's definitely not the end of the world.
Your lava for your second hatchery, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's not a deal breaker. Gasless from soO this time as well. So soO definitely going for that roach style eventually. He's looking to kind of just drone hardcore, get 4 queens out, make a nice Sim City, play it from there.
Life's going to try to come here now and get a scout of that. That's really the most important thing he wants to see. That was a really nice block, actually.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think he's going to get any information here.
Absolutely none. Maybe he saw the jiggling on the hatchery, the natural, and knows that it's going to be a queen coming out. So he's like, okay, it's gasless. I should be okay here. But we'll see. You know, he's still mining gas after Ling speed. He completely denies scouting as well. But I worry, Life, what will you make? Are you going to go for a Baneling Nest? Will you do that? Are you going to be that defensive? Yes, you will be.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I don't like the situation for Life right now. Unless he finds a way in, unless he actually applies a lot of pressure. He doesn't need a Baneling Nest. And he should be going for a quick third base if he realized it was gasless. He will probably realize once he sees the Spine Crawler, or even just the 2 queens at the front.
Yeah, once he sees this many queens here, he's got to have some idea. Although he is starting to make a small number of links. You're going up to 10 in total, it looks like he wants. Now just coming in, trying to get more of a scout. Sees the Evo Chamber.
Yeah.
That extra queen, and that's about it.
You also saw a cancelled spine crawler as well. Not going to make too much use of it though. He's going to go into Lair and his natural to avoid detection of that tech. And he's going to drone up from here. Maybe we're seeing 4 gases go up. We could actually see mutas from here. Going for this kind of gases this early, usually you'll see maybe 3 gases in expansion from a speedling opening to kind of get ahead with economy. But if that's not going to be the case, maybe it is going to be mutas. Man, I'd love to see some mutas.
That'll be awesome, actually.
That'd be fantastic.
It's great for map control, just going on this gigantic map. And maybe just to mix it up a bit. You know, maybe he's been practicing that style. Wants to catch soO off guard with it. It's definitely possible. Yeah. He's going to take that 3rd base now.
Good. It's definitely the right response after he sees this opening in this Sim City at the front. He's like, okay, I understand now. It is gasless, and you are going for roaches. From here, you actually are seeing an Evo chamber go down. Lair is just about to hit for life. Let's see what the tech choice will be. It has to be a Spire from here, though, because the Roach Horn would be simply too late. And there it is.
Yeah. He's already adding a lot of links, too. I think we'll definitely see this style.
More links coming out to the map. He's going to try and deny that 3rd base for as long as possible. He also might want to make an overseer at some point to try and deny the creep. Less creep, the better. The harder Spore Crawlers will get in place by the time mutas are out. It's one of those fears, and it's one of the the good things about this map for, you know, gasless or like roaches in general is that you can't get that 3rd base pretty easily compared to other maps. And not enough links to really do much damage here. He's gonna try and get one. Oh, no transfuse.
And then he tries to slip through, but just barely not. And yeah, not really able to put much pressure on that 3rd base. He is banking up a lot of links here. But this overseer is gonna. Oh. Ooh, really nice there from soO, actually. Or rather, Life. He goes around the Overseer's vision. And so it's going to take soO slightly by surprise. I think soO's got enough stuff, though. He's got like a decent amount of roaches popping out. He's already got 8, the Spine Crawler, and 2 queens.
Yeah, he's actually got way too much as it is. Maybe he's going to use it to start dealing with Tumus. He's going to scout the 3rd base and be like, oh, there's actually no way I can actually come in here and do anything. So
Spire got scouted, by the way, so soO definitely knows about this.
8 mutas on the way. Doesn't look like he'll be committing to any more. Already +1 range as well for that transition to roaches. And we're actually going to see pressure from soO. Life actually trying to fight them. I don't know about this.
I don't know about that.
They have +1. They're going to destroy these links.
Yeah, and they're about to have 1-1. Link's having so much trouble. He's actually just not taking the greatest trades here.
I guess it's going to buy some time so all the roaches don't come in. And Life making a lot more lings behind this, kind of just to tie up these roaches so they can't do any economic damage.
Yeah. And he will hold, actually, very nicely here. With a bunch of these mutas, they pop out kind of right in time as these roaches do hit. Though, as I do say that, there are some roaches trying to get into the main. Yeah. But it's just not going to be enough.
No, they'll get all cleaned up. Actually not taking much damage at all, which is good. But it does give soO enough time to get up the Spore Crawlers, start droning up that 3rd base as well. So it justifies the means. You know, it's all for a reason. It doesn't have to kill him. It doesn't have to do damage. It just has to buy time, so he can start droning and start getting that AA up.
Infestation Pit on the way here for Life.
Oh, this is dangerous. Burrow movement about to finish. This is going to get a lot uglier, especially if Life doesn't detect it for early enough. He should see it now and be like, okay, you got spikes on your roaches, you got burrow movement. And he should start making detectors all around his base. He should probably start investing in roaches too, which he is. 8 on the way, as well as an infestation pit.
Couple of overseers, actually. Life is very prepared for what you were just talking about. We see some burrowed roaches going towards the bottom right there.
Yeah, we got 8 on the way. And roaches should be in place for it, as well as the overseer. He should be okay. Funnily enough, you know, Life's +2 ranged attack is farther ahead than soO's. Kind of surprising.
I don't really understand how that happened.
Yeah,
actually.
I think soO might have actually like waited a little while before he got that +2 on the way. He invested in your burrow and burrow movement, used all his gas for that.
Look at that.
Busted.
They got seen. soO has to back off, lest he lose everything. We're going to have Infestors coming out of Life.
You know, it is such a good idea on this map because you are defending 3 bases on top of a ramp. Like, if soO wanted to attack at all, he's going to be attacking into fungals. And there's no real way you're going to have like a perfect sort of spread on roaches trying to engage up a ramp or anything like that. You're always going to take heavy damage. It is a good choice. And with this upgrade advantage, Life's actually looking fantastic.
Yeah, I really like his position. He has like so many more drones even for a much longer time. It looks like soO might just want to walk across the map with all of these queens as well just to defend the roaches that are coming across. But, I mean, at the same time, back at home, Life's going to have all these infestors popping out with a bunch of energy for fungals. He's got a lot of roaches. He has that +2. I think Life should be fine to defend this stack as long as he gets a decent concave here and some good fungals.
Yeah, I think he should be absolutely fine. It's 48, 49 roaches to 35, so he does have the advantage in the numbers. But so long as Life fights at a good concave and fights with powerful fungals, he should be fine.
Look at all these fungals. So many of those roaches not able to attack for a very long time.
That's literally about 30 supply that was tied up there for the longest time. Now he's fighting to a bad concave behind an upgrade. soO is only 1-1 right now, and Life is 2-0. So Life has a great advantage here. And he's going to wipe out everything very easily.
He had an amazing concave that entire fight as well. soO just trying to force it. Thought he couldn't play much later into the game, and it looks like Life's just going to take a gigantic lead now.
GG.
That'll be the game.
Wow. What an interesting sort of attack from soO. I think he might have just thought he could kill Life for some reason, but Life was completely prepared for it. And he was ahead in every single way except for roach numbers, but it didn't matter with that many fungals.
Yeah. I guess there were 2 things that went into that. I think he didn't see the infestors and he didn't see the upgrades because he must have been like, okay, I got 1-1, +2's on the way. He didn't wait for +2 to finish, which was strange.
That was probably the weirdest thing of all.
Yeah, it was like what Artosis would say is a anti-timing.
That is an anti-timing. That is a suicide attack, but in a bad way. It's like...
Is there a good suicide attack, Moonglade?
Probably. Probably. If it's like for justice or something, I don't know. If there's a good reason behind it.
For the Avengers.
For the event, yeah. But the way you did it like that, like you're attacking with +1 against +2 and fungal, and your +2 is like 10 seconds away from finishing. Yeah.